So I want to do a video for Sivan for Gemini, and I'm going to start with, so it's in May and June, end of May to the end of June, not the full end of May, like this year Sunday, it was the 17th, and it will continue until the 16th of June. Not even the end, towards the middle. And it is the sign of the twins. It is the tribe of Zevulun. Zevulun was excellent with business and the ships and merchants and the sand and the water, the beaches. And it's related to the letter Zion, which is a weapon or a male phallus. And it's related to the left foot and the planet of Mercury. Let's explore Mercury. Mercury is related to Hod of the Sfirot. So, Hod is often related to the left leg, and it's acknowledgement, gratitude. The word for Jew, Yehuda, comes from Hod, which is she was recognizing the goodness. Like, it's also related to like splendor. Hoda'ah is like gratitude, and to make a mitzvah, like Haderes means like the beauty of it, like to make it more beautiful and splendorous and glorious. Anyway, Mercury is to do with the daily sort of living. It's a very quick planet next to the sun. So it's actually like a sort of a busyness or motion. It is related to logic, communication, the how of communicating. And the letter Zion is, because it's the twins, letter Zion is related to the Gemini sign of the twins by being lovers. And what's interesting is Zevulun, one of the brothers, and Yisachar, one of the brothers of the 12 tribes, had a pact, a deal. Yisachar would be learning, really like a donkey learning, like working hard, it says, like carrying the load of the Torah. And Zevulun would be working hard, and they would exchange their merit. Like Zevulun would cover the expenses of Issachar, and Issachar would cover the Torah, like so that of Zevulun's portion. And in terms of the days of the week, the Hod is related to the 5th day of creation, which is Thursday. And that's the day that the birds and the fish were created. So it's like in the waters above, called the heavens, and in the waters below, which is called the oceans. You had these moving, flying, whether with fins or with wings. It's good to know, for your planet, like if you know your own information for your personal readings, let's say the locations. For me, for example, my Mercury is in Pisces and my Sun is in Pisces. So say that the way that I live in this Mercury way, the daily communication, logic, and motion might be, Pisces is considered very emotional or sensual or intuitive. It might be in that way, more of a feeling style, even in logic. Mercury is the smallest planet, has an extremely thin atmosphere, so heat dissipates very quickly. What that means is that the day side of it can melt lead. It's that hot. Meanwhile, the night side of it is bitterly cold because the heat went away quickly, and the heat comes quickly. And wanted to share another thing, which was just a moment. communication. So I remembered now. Conversation, even almost charming, really getting like someone once called it a taste to me of people through communication. And it's possible because unite, communication, communion. It's a lightheartedness. It's a friendship energy, camaraderie, and it is an air sign, so it doesn't get too attached. It could really have a long conversation with you, but you could be a stranger and then we might never talk again, kind of. But it's also able to be in that way because it's kind of superficial. It functions sometimes as the actor, the actress, and putting on a play, like the drama and the tragedy and the comedy, but not necessarily for a purpose, almost as a way to pass the time. Could be entertainment or frivolity. And yeah, and sometimes people say they blame, you've heard people like blame Mercury when things are going wrong with technology or emails and things. And it's a lot to do with just the daily motion. When things are going reverse, it feels like you're going against the current in your normal daily flow. So that's when people say it's like reverse. It's sort of this daily current, the flow of things happening. So it's a mutable sign in that flowing way, and it's an air sign. So what that means is that it's a little bit more sort of in thoughts and ideas rather than grounded in reality. It does sort of see from a bigger picture, and it is possible for somebody, let's say their Venus sign, to be in Gemini, or like that would be somebody how they show up in relationship, or somebody the Jupiter sign, like what makes them like grow and expand could be like, in Mercury, like, so not that I'm saying these are people's actual charts or it's possible. What I mean is that you could use this information and see different parts of yourself, how Gemini can sort of connect with it, how Sivan, the twins, or this communication or this sort of like thoughtful thoughts. But it's not so big picture thinking. It's just like a little more in thoughts and ideas than in reality and feelings and in passion, like drive, which would be fire. It is a primal sign, primal. So it's like comes through without, I would call it like, so I had to pause it. Basically, we're comparing individual signs, universal signs, and primal signs. So I wanted to check. There's 4 primal signs. They're actually Nisan, Iyar, Sivan, Tammuz. They're like the first air, first fire, first air, first fire, first earth, first air, first water. So it's kind of like there's new permutations. Like let's say, for example, the fire sign is considered more of a blast, and then the next one is considered more of a steady flame, and then the next one is considered kind of like a wildfire. And then with this air sign, it would be more like thoughtfulness. Then the next air sign is supposed to be very like across, like balance, like Libra. And then the next one is Aquarius, which is supposed to be very high and low, like big ideas. So basically, it's sort of like the primal sign. That's how I look at it. And this is related to spring, motion, right? We said motion. And some themes are justice, loving kindness, peace, and some also say it's the hands, the arms, and the lungs are affected. So there's different opinions, and these are kabbalistic astrological opinions that I've shared so far, and will continue to. And so then there's sort of this, I like using the female version of it for now. So it's Neviah. What is the archetype? It's the prophetess. And what is the theme? Emet, truth. And what is a solution and so there's a problem which could happen, which is impatience and quitting, which is not so uncommon for an air sign. Someone who's very, very air signy might get impatient, it's not grounded, like it's water and air, earth are more grounding, or, heavier, like gravity. Meanwhile, the fire sign is more like sustained and sort of passionate. So an air sign might need something to hold them to, and it has to be really interesting. And that would be impatience and also like quitting, like just giving up. because it just feels like too hard in the moment. And then the solution would be patience and perseverance. So may God bless us this month with patience and perseverance. May we connect with our prophecy and be in justice, loving kindness, and peace. May we have healthy motion. May we combine the two sides, the two twins of ourselves, to find that middle ground, all polarity, masculine, feminine, tall, short, skinny, fat. Everything bursts something like, it's called, what I heard a teacher say, dialectic. And that's our te'omim, the twins. And may our daily flow go well, our communications, our logic, our motion this month. And may we, like merchants, may we, get the good stuff and share it with our loved ones, with the ones we make agreements with. And mutual benefit. It's a beautiful time for that. And may it be a time for the lovers. Not just the spring fling, but like the birds and the fishes, like, to create multitudes with that. And I read something beautiful today, how God is revealed through children because it's the Ein Sof. A child has a child has a child. I didn't read it just today. I heard it in the past. Child has a child, could have a child, could have a child. It's really bringing the infinity into the world. So may that be our blessing, that we unite with our partners for infinity and beyond. Amen. Okay. Bye-bye. Chodesh Tov Mevorach with Simcha and Yiras Shamayim, Yiras Hashem, and Shalom and Ahava and Shalva, like that, tranquility. And Tiferes, to feel beautiful, and Malchus, to receive all the good meant for us, and to trust, to have bitachon, because the Shavuos is this week, and we're getting the Torah, so may we receive the Torah in all of these ways, b'pnimius and Chassidus, with Chassidus, which is loving kindness for our Creator. And so may it be also with Shalem, like wholeness. Amen. Ken Yiritzon.